it again with the, this time fortunately I went to go check Twitter, and a new tag was on my timeline. So this time I can actually credit someone. But this is the Books and Bakes book tag by, Life is a Page Turner. And so, let's get into it. So the first question is cupcakes, and that is, name a collection of short stories, poems, or anthologies where you couldn't read just one section and had to go back for another. Well, ooh. So I own a few short story collections and anthologies. I believe this is one. Yeah, this is an essay collection, called Same-Sex Love and the Path to Wholeness. I have not read this. It's been sitting on my shelf for a couple of years now, because I got this back when I used to go to the, genderqueer group in DC a lot, at the DC Center. And then I also have the Penguin Book of Lesbian Short Stories, which I also have not read. But this one's even older. I got this back when I went to like Parkside, which was, I went there straight out of college and did like one semester there. And I picked that up at the library book sale for cheap. You will notice a theme. But then the one that I have actually read, of course, is If Not Winter, Fragments of Sappho by Anne Carson. I don't think I've read this in its entirety. I did read up to, it looks like I read up to about, You Burned Me, actually. Yeah, I read up to there, marking ones that I like. And I think I got this basically just for, like the Mother I Cannot Weave one, and for You Burned Me. But I did read a great deal more of it than I thought I would, so I suppose that counts. But yeah, actually, and then with these two, I didn't get them for any specific story or essay within them. I just really wanted to read some gay shit. So I do intend to read all of those two someday. Keyword someday. But okay, and next is Lemon Pound Cake. Name a book that has 400 pages or more that you considered a comfort read and a classic. Ooh. I don't really read a lot of, I didn't really read a lot of long books as a child. And a lot of the longer ones that I have, like, well actually, how many pages is it? No. Yeah, right now, the main book that I know of is, I'm certain that Bloodhound has over 400 pages. And I don't think that's old enough to really be considered a classic. And I highly, 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 highly do not consider that to be a comfort read. Because some shit goes down in it, and it's good, it's fun, I love it. But a comfort read, it is not. Yeah, most of the books that would probably count for that are ones that I have on audiobook. So I have absolutely no fucking clue how long they are. Uh, Page-wise. So next is Red Velvet Cake. Name a book that you bought was one thing. Name a book that you bought thinking it was one thing, but it ended up being something completely different. I haven't bought many books. Oh! I just realized another collection I forgot to mention. Also one that I picked up at at Parkside during the library sale. This little baby. It's called 18th Century Vignettes. It's by Austin Dobson. I got it because it's so tiny and cute. I need to actually read this sometime. I've had it for like 5 years. It'd be something so amazing to just put in my fanny pack and like whip out. Oh my god. I don't even need my backpack for that. Oh, that's... yeah, let me see. I mean, I did... Oh, where is it? Here we go. It's called Why Gender Matters, by Leonard Sachs. I was drunk when I bought this. Like, I was super drunk, and I walked into, oh god, where did I walk into? Kramer's Books, down by DuPont. And I picked this up. It was in, like, the, gender and sexuality section. And I don't know what I thought it was, but I think I thought it was more like I think the idea that drunk me got from it was more like a lot more revolutionary than this really sounds from the actually reading the back. So this is, I guess at some point I'll see what the fuck this is, but cause I don't really know what's going on there. Maybe someone else can tell me if it's worth actually reading or if I should just unhaul it and call it a day. I don't really want to because I spent actual money on it buying it new, but I'm not gonna read it. Okay, next is Chocolate Chip Cookie Dough. Name a book or a book series that you can read over and over again, even though you know it's bad for you. I don't really think any of the books that I like are bad for me. Like, I remember I used to, when I was, like a teenager, I read, let me grab it. Princess in Love over and over and over again because it's my favorite Princess Diaries book. I wouldn't say it's bad for me though. Like, it's a little silly, but it's fun. I liked it. And you know what, teenage me? You're valid. You're valid, teenage me. Okay, next is Pie a la Mode. Name a book that was really good, but could have been better with a little bit of ice cream. So a book that I really enjoyed, but that I would make some substantial changes to make this a little bit sweeter, is probably actually, oh god. Oh, it's Bloodhound. I got Bloodhound and Mastiff mixed up. But also, that's not really a comfort read either. Because, I love her. Dearly. But also I really just do not enjoy the way that Tamara handled her. So I think that I would definitely. It's a book that I love, but I would definitely change a lot of the Oka stuff, just to make it to actually write her as a trans woman. So 6, gingerbread cookies. Do you like your gingerbread cookies crunchy or soft? And I like them soft. In general, I tend to prefer cookies softer. There's some like crunchier cookies that I like there's these Pepperidge Farm ones that we have in the house right now that are like really thin and crunchy, and those are really good. But generally I do like softer cookies. Okay, and so then 6-1 is if you like your cookies soft, name a book that was squishy in the middle, but the beginning and the end were really good. I need to actually fucking remember books better. I'm sure if I just read a book like that, I could give you an answer, but unfortunately, I have not, so. I mean, I can tell you a book that was good in the beginning and the middle and then just like, woo, down at the end, but. Okay, brownies, are you a corner piece or a middle piece? I'm a I'm a middle piece because I, again, just prefer softer baked goods, so with the middle you don't really get the crispier outer edge to it. So for middle piece, name a book that kept you in your feels the entire time. I'm just looking over it here every time, but I know I was. Oh, Mastiff, I was very much in my feels the entire time because, so spoiler warning for Mastiff, but I went in with the spoiler of I knew that Tunstall dies in that book, or rather he has a given death date, and it didn't match up with either of the first 2 books, so I was like, ooh, it's gotta be this one, because why would he have an official death date if it wasn't in a book? I put way too much milk in that. And so I spent the entire book just being like, when is it gonna be? But the thing is, originally I thought he was going to die in some sort of like big battle, as a hero's death. And then we get to the part where it talks about there being a traitor. And I was like, oh fuck. Oh shit. Oh dear. Oh no. Oh god. That's fun. So. Okay, so next is birthday cake. Name a book, series, or an author that you feel like keeps coming out with a book, short story, novella every year. I don't really follow authors all too well. I don't think he comes out with one. I don't think Rick Riordan comes out with one every year. I know that Stephen King comes out with a lot of books. He's like churning them out. But I don't really follow him, so I don't really know. And Tamara Pierce is one of the few others that I do actually actively follow, and it seems like, and she's kind of slowed down lately, so, yeah, I know Stephen King, I think he does that, but I don't really follow him, so, okay, next is, Carrot Cake, name a book that sounded healthy for you, but ended up being unhealthy, either with content or it put you in a reading slump. So, not one that I have in my to be read, because it's been a while since I put it down. I'm, like, about this far into it. I'm on chapter 15. I'm just gonna take that out, actually, and start over if I ever get back to it. So yeah, I have a feeling that this is just a character thing, because I think that the author, Sarah Farazan, I believe she is by herself. I think it's probably like a main character thing, where the main character, has some issues with, like, bi women. And, like, there's nothing actually inappropriate happening with it, but there is, like, like a teacher crush storyline, which is, teenagers be like that. But it just feels weird, and so, like, I want to like it, and I probably am going to try again at some point, but, it's been a fucking while. So yeah, and that is it. So for this one, since I actually know who started it, I'm going to link down to the original video in the description, and like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you again soon. Bye!